Hello everyone. We're back for part 2 here at Motherlode here in Decatur, Georgia. So next I spot some vintage hand puppets. Usually don't pick these up too often, but I always look. If you weren't familiar with the Ruston Company, they made a few that are actually really sought after. So always gotta check them out. I did notice, of course, some dream pets. So dreamy, so sleepy. And from the corner of my eye across the room, I noticed something very, very peculiar, which just so happens to be this ceramic cat. I've never seen one like him. And honestly, if I thought these Crazy Daisy decals would still work, I would probably pick them up. They were fantastic. And of course, I'm always after the old toys, which I have definitely hit up this booth before. I've picked up a few dolls, but they had some Tammy, some other little gals, little Betsy McGall. I think that's Farrah Fawcett and Marie and Donnie. And one fun thing I always love to see is this Catherine Home Dutch oven. Really great shape. They always do stop me in my tracks. I just love them. Honestly, don't have any in my own personal collection. Always end up reselling them, but a fun sight nonetheless. And we are just going to do a little bit of a panorama view. So sorry if it's a little too fast. I am trying to get used to filming again. I swear, you don't do it for a month and it's taken struggle bus here as I look back. But I do notice from across the way something that is definitely up the alley, which just so happens to be this Margaret Keane collector's plate. How adorable. Gotta love those big eyes. I thought this booth actually had some really interesting art in it, which I always love to see, and also this wonderful floor lamp. All right, so this next one just so happens to be a mutual on Instagram. So this booth belongs to Nick at That Vintage Guy Atlanta, insert here. Of course, I will leave his link in the bio, so check him out. He is a wonderful curator of vintage, as you can tell. If this wasn't a dress, I would definitely be buying this for myself. Awesome little Sears number. Too good. And of course, you guys know me, I love a good canister set. This one just so happens to be a pretty sought after one. So there is Nick's business card, That Vintage Guy. I actually believe I just saw that set sold recently, so congrats whoever grabbed that. Of course, we scan over to some Pyrex. It's kind of hard not to have a vintage booth without Pyrex, in my opinion. Awesome wall art, clothing, a good array of this and that, which is always my favorite. So next off, we have another whimsical booth, some vintage clothing, some knickknacks. Check out that little photo album, scanning on over, and I honestly really liked this little picture. Loved her lashes. This place, like I had mentioned, does have a great array of wall art, so if you are on the lookout, definitely recommend. I like picking up wall art as long as I know it's not going to break in the mail, so I tend to hoard a lot of it that doesn't get sold, which if you've seen my walls, you know how it is. Loved that dagger collar shirt, and of course, more and more vintage. Honestly, after leaving this place, you're definitely going to need a closet expansion, that is for sure, because everywhere you look, it's just too good. Of course, me being me, I love some old dish towels, especially anything in pink, and florals, so spot out that awesome tin. And pretty much we're just gonna do one last little panorama view of some clothing. Again, all just too good. I have that same exact shirt. This dress, oh my goodness. Again, it's just immaculate. I absolutely love the dagger. So during editing, I realized I didn't do an outro to this video. So here is said outro. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my 2-part little shop with me at Motherlode. If you are in the Georgia area, check it out. It's a really, really fun one. But yeah, pretty much ended up putting a bunch of new clothing in my booth, which I'm really super excited about. Clothing does pretty decent. It's one of my, hot sellers at my booth, so I always do try to pick it up. Especially now, I'm really trying to get more into clothing. I've missed it. I personally have been dressing, like I've said, vintage for the last, over 10 years at this point, which is really insane to think about. And also it's just like, gosh, where does time go? But, I kind of started doing a lot more toys, which obviously is my huge passion, and like household stuff, but definitely wanted to be doing more clothing. But like I was saying, I ended up putting a bunch more clothing in my booth, and what, had been sitting there for a while, I've decided to pull, and I think I'll probably end up putting that stuff on Etsy. So it's a few like dagger collar, 70s, kind of groovy stuff that will be dropping on Etsy. I'll probably give an update whenever I do. So again, huge shout out to everyone for watching. I know it had been a little bit of a while since I had posted, so I am sorry about the lack of posting over here on YouTube. Life just got like very, very hectic. I definitely ended up participating in a lot of marathon sales, which I love a good marathon, live sale, but they take a lot out of you, at least for me. So I think I've kind of gotten the majority of things I signed up to do done. I think I have one or two maybe left this month, but besides that, I'm just really trying to focus on content, really going out and sourcing. I am wanting to plan a trip to Virginia pretty soon, take a trip through North Carolina, do a big shopping haul. So I'm really excited about that. I have found some really good stuff online as of late. I actually recently found another Twiggy bag. So if anyone's familiar with that unboxing, I actually will have one up for grabs, plus a bunch of squeak toys. And if anyone's familiar with like the Dream Pets, I just put in a huge order of those. So I'm running a sale or two, I think, over on the Etsy shop, so go check it out. I have lots of fun stuff over there. Did a pretty large restock pretty recently, so still have a good amount. It was certainly a large one. I haven't done a really large Etsy restock in quite some time. I've been kind of trickling things in here and there, but there's just so much to do and only one person, I guess. I have to give myself some slack, but fun new stuff over on Etsy, a lot of clothing and coolness. So I'll stop my rambling and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.